Welcome everyone, Joe with ECRM here at our convenience session, and with me is Jeff Henretig with PZAZ, which makes these great breath sprays that have caffeine. I've tried them and I use them a lot to keep going at the sessions. So we actually met a little while ago at a startup CPG event in New York, and I'm glad to have him here at the session. So Jeff, thanks for joining us, and to start off, give us an overview of your company and the products, as far as the origin of the company is.
Yeah, it's so good to be here, Joe. Thanks for having me. So my business partner and I, we were really looking at the breath freshener and the categories that sit at the checkout section, and felt like there just isn't anything new and interesting or exciting here. These are the same products that I had when I was a kid, and actually my parents had when they were kids. So let's breathe some fresh air into this sort of section of the store. And we decided to come out with this breath spray that's explosively minty, really gives you fresh breath, but it also has a really light dose of caffeine, vitamin B12, electrolytes, all these things that kind of make you feel uplifted and fresh and ready to go, bring your sort of best self to whatever it is you're doing, whether that's going on a date, going to a party, having your last few meetings of the day. And it's a nice thing because you can use it throughout the course of your day. It's not so much caffeine that is gonna cause you too much trouble sleeping at night.
Or jitters during the day or anything like that.
Any side effects, so it's great just for using throughout.
You've done some cool things as far as merchandising. Could you talk through this display that you have here, as well as some of your other displays, and where you see it in the store?
Absolutely. So we would love and always love to be on the checkout register, so sort of close to the 5-hour energy. We created this display because it takes up less than 4 inches in horizontal space, but as a new brand, we really need to grab attention in the store, and so we get a little bit of vertical space, and it just catches people's attention. It has a little bit of education on the display, and that works best for us. But we also have these are just our standard retail boxes. You can slot them in next to the Trident and the Mentos and Altoids, sort of right below the cash register, or really throughout the rest of the store as needed. But yeah, that's sort of what we're thinking on merchandising and where we like to sit.
Yeah, these are great. I mean, and I know you're here at convenience, but these are great impulse buys too.
Totally.
I mean, especially if you see it next to the energy drinks or anything.
Yeah. And
take us through the flavors that you have. I tried the peppermint, which was amazing.
Yeah. So our peppermint flavor is really our hero flavor. It's the sort of standard mintiness. But then we also...
That's the one I have in my... It's the one I have in my pocket for this session.
It's a great one to have on you at all times. This is our winter mint that has a winter green flavor that's I think is a really nice flavor. For some people, it's really nostalgic. My grandmother always had winto green lifesavers in her glove compartment box in the car. So I like that one. And then cinnamon is our third flavor. That's for the cinnamon lover. It sort of has that big red or Fireball whiskey, that really sort of spicy cinnamon kind of flavor. It's not for everyone. It's probably our most polarizing flavor, but if you like cinnamon products, it's a great flavor.
Well, I do like Fireball, so I'm gonna
have to try
that one too. So this is your first session, and I know Jeff is on RangeMe. He's actually one of our starter members, and how's your experience been? What is it? As someone doing their first ECRM session, what are your impressions? What's your experience been like?
It's been really amazing, I've got to say. So we're a startup company. We don't have a ton of resources, both in terms of just actual cash as well as people working for us. And this was an incredibly easy show for us to participate in. I didn't need to build out a whole trade show. I didn't need to order a million things and book hotels and everything in advance. It was basically turnkey, show up here, and in fact, my flight yesterday was delayed for 7 hours. I got into the hotel at 1 o'clock in the morning last night, and I was able to get set up and have everything ready to go within 20 minutes this morning, and just felt like I'm good, ready for everything, and didn't miss a beat. So it's been incredibly convenient.
Excellent. And you know, because we're bringing the retailers to him, there's no elaborate booth setup required, anything like that. So I mean,
yeah, that's the other thing. Like, we did NACS last year, which is an incredible show. Tons and thousands and thousands of people that are walking past your booth, but it's really hard to get that like intimate time with the buyers that you want to see. This is just everything that I want to have happen at a trade show, with none of the sort of stuff that you don't want to have happen. So it's a really optimal use of your time. It's just back-to-back meetings. You get a whole lot done in a really short period of time.
At this session, I and the buyers here were the first ones that had early access to try some of your refreshed flavors. And having tried the peppermint, what was that, 6 months ago or something like that?
Something like that.
And then the one now, I definitely see a difference. It was good then, it was amazing. It blew me away when I tried it. So what can people expect with these refreshed flavors?
Yeah, so that's the big news is that we have our peppermint and our winter mint. We just refined the formulas, and they're way cleaner. It's very difficult to mask the flavor of caffeine, but I think we've really pulled it off with this round of product development, and so we're excited to have these new flavors out. You can expect just like a really fresh, clean kind of flavor, and that same little pick-me-up that you get that you've always had from our flavors. So yeah, that's sort of the newness with the flavors.
Well, you certainly, you nailed it. You definitely nailed it with this refresh. And the last thing to wrap up, we're going to be seeing you in some more stores soon, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're about to launch with a pretty major convenience store in a test in the Chicago area in the next few weeks, months, and then we should also be launching with a wholesale distributor in the Pacific Northwest in sort of late February, early March.
Excellent. And from here, I'm sure we'll see you launch in some other convenience chains
absolutely.
as well.
I can't wait.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for doing the video with us.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing your continued growth.
My pleasure. This was awesome.
Thanks.